This video will cover integrating Clickbank with WishList members. So to get there, go to Wish Member, Setup, Integrations, Payment Providers, and then you'll see Clickbank here. Go ahead and click that, and you may need to enable it here. If so, just go ahead and click this box here. And then the first thing that we need to do is we need to configure WishList member and Clickbank to talk with one another. So we'll go ahead and click the Configure button. And you see there's two pieces of information here. So the first thing that we need to do is we need to grab the Clickbank account nickname from Clickbank. So this is going to be this nickname that you have right here. You probably already know this because it's what you log in with every time you go to Clickbank. Just go ahead and grab that and drop that in over here. And now we also have the Clickbank secret key. Now, WishList member is going to go ahead and auto-generate one for you, but you can actually make this whatever you want if you prefer. One thing to keep in mind is that Clickbank does require that it's no more than 16 characters and it's all caps. So I'm just going to do something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and ASDF, just to show you that this can be whatever you want. So I'm going to go ahead and copy that. I'm going to save it on this end so this one gets saved in WishList member, and now head over to Clickbank, and we want to go to vendor settings, and we're going to go to my site, and we're going to scroll all the way to the bottom here, and you'll see this advanced tools section, and you'll see this area to put in your secret key. So let's go ahead and hit edit over here, and we will drop in our secret key right here. And then we want to head back to WishList member. We can go ahead and close this, and you'll see the thank you / instant notification URL. We can go ahead and copy that. Of course, if you'd like to edit it, you can do that as well. That will allow you to change these last 6 characters here. But once you have that set, go ahead and copy it, head back over to Clickbank, and drop this into the instant notification block here. Now you notice that they have two. This is just if you want to send multiple notifications, these instant notifications to different systems. So in this case, you're sending one to WishList member. If you have some other system you want to send it to and they give you a URL to do that for, you can do that here. All right. Next, we'll go ahead and hit Save Changes, and that's going to save those in Clickbank here. So now we have those all set up on that part. The next thing that we need to do is we now need to go in and we need to create product. So we'll go to My Products, and we'll just go to Recurring Billing Products because that's probably going to be the most common product that you'll create. And we're going to click Add New Product. And that will bring up this drop down, and we'll do recurring digital product is probably the most common one that you're going to use. There's a ton of options in a lot of ways you can kind of select what you want, but again, recurring digital product is probably going to be the most common one. Now, when it comes to how you want to set this up, you can, your categories, the number, the title, all of this stuff. You can really sort of set up however you want. There's a couple things though that we need to pay attention to. One is the pitch page URL. So this is going to be your sales page. This is something that Clickbank requires. They're actually going to look over your sales page and approve your product and all that sort of thing. So you want to make sure that that's all set up so that they can do that. Your mobile pitch page URL. So if that's different from this one up here, you can put that in here. Your pricing and all commissions and all this stuff can really be set up however you want, trial period, etc., etc., etc. So the big thing that matters when it comes to integrating with WishList member is this thank you page URL. And now we already know what that is because we just pasted it in over in the IPN section. And so we can just come back and paste in that same URL here, and also for the mobile page thank you URL. So that's the big thing that you need to put in here when it comes to integrating with WishList member, because this is the thank you page that after they buy the Clickbank product, they'll get redirected to that instant payment notification that we put in the other area will get sent to WishList member. So when they arrive on this page, WishList member will know they're authorized to view this page, and it will allow them to create an account. So they'll hit the registration form on WishList member once they complete the payment in Clickbank. They'll hit the registration page that we auto generate on your site, and it'll have an area for them to fill out their username and password and so forth. They'll fill that out, and now once they click that and get that done, they'll be redirected to after registration page, and they'll be able to access the content and so forth. So again, it's important that this thank you page URL is here and also over in the instant notification area, so that all the technology behind the scenes works. Now, once you've got this all set up how you want, you want to hit save and request approval. And again, like I said, Clickbank's going to have to approve your product. They're going to look at your pitch page, but they're also going to look at your thank you page URL. Now, one thing to keep in mind is if you get contacted by a member of Clickbank support staff about accessing the thank you page URL, tell them to complete a test purchase to view the page, because the page is protected by WishList member to stop fraudulent registrations. So they're not just going to be able to go to this URL and be able to see the thank you page. They have to complete a test purchase, and this has happened enough that it shouldn't be an issue with them on their side. Just again, ask them to complete a test purchase. Now, I'm not going to fill out all the details here. I'm simply going to go back to my products and recurring billing products. The next thing that you'll want to do then is you'll want to note this item number. So every product you create is going to have one of these item numbers. So you want to go ahead and you want to remember that, or grab that if you want to copy it, whatever. Come back to WishList member, and now you'll see this products tab here. So we'll go ahead and click products, and now, and let me go ahead and just delete this one so we can sort of start fresh here. Now what you want to do is hit add new product, and you'll want to put in that product ID. So ours was 1, and now you want to tie that to the WishList member membership level that you want them added to when they purchase that product. So if you want them added to the gold level, select gold, demo, etc. So now what happens is when all of that data is going back and forth between WishList member and Clickbank, the WishList member knows what membership level they're supposed to get added to when they purchase this product, because we've tied the product ID to the membership level here. So go ahead and hit save and close on that. And now this is going to give you a payment link. This payment link you can take and you can, let's say you're using Elementor or Divi or a page builder, or for some reason you're creating your own button and you just want to use, you just need the payment link. This is your payment link. When they click that link, they'll go to Clickbank. They'll go through the entire purchase process there. When they get done, and they'll be redirected now to the thank you page that we set. The instant payment notification will make sure that WishList member knows they are authorized to view the registration page. They'll fill out that registration page. They'll be added to the proper level because we've tied it up here. And now they'll have access to all of the proper content that they're supposed to be access to. So that's sort of how the whole thing works. So cancellations can be handled one of two ways. With subscriptions, generally the way it works is someone purchases a subscription for, oftentimes it's a month. So let's say I purchase my subscription sort of gets renewed because I joined the subscription the 1st of June. And then let's say I come in the 2nd of June and I cancel. So there's one of two things that can happen at that point. Either we can immediately cancel that person and they no longer have access to the content on your site, or because they paid for June, we can allow them to continue to have access until the end of June, or whatever the end of the subscription period is. If it's a year, it's a month, it's a week, it's a day, whatever, the end of that period that they actually paid for. So that's what these two options are here. So you see one says cancel at end of subscription. The other says immediately cancel after subscription is canceled. So whatever you want to do for each one of those, for each particular level that you have, you can set those here. Also, you'll see for paper posts, if you have any paper posts enabled, then they'll show up down here as well. Those also show up in the product section for you to integrate individual posts with Clickbank products if you want to do that as well.